Okay, hopefully you can hear me in spite of the fan. Washing feet and dishes. John 13, I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. John 13, washing feet and dishes. On Charlie and Jan's 50th wedding anniversary, they shared breakfast at a cafe with their son John. That day, the restaurant was understaffed with just a manager, cook, and one teenage girl who was working as hostess, waitress, and busser. As they finished their breakfast, Charlie turned to his wife and son and said, "Do you have anything important going on in the next few hours?" They didn't. So, with permission from the manager, Charlie and Jan began washing dishes in the back of the restaurant while John started clearing the cluttered tables. According to John, what happened that day wasn't really that unusual. His parents had always set an example of Jesus, who did not come to be served but to serve. Mark 10. In John 13, we read about the last meal Christ shared with his disciples. That night, the teacher taught them the principle of humble service by washing their dirty feet. If he was willing to do the lowly job of washing a dozen men's feet, they too should joyfully serve others. Every avenue of service we encounter may look different, but one thing's the same. There's great joy in serving. Very true. The purpose behind acts of service isn't to bring praise to the ones performing them, but to lovingly serve others while directing all praise to our humble, self-sacrificing God. When has someone unexpectedly offered to help you with a difficult task? Why is humility such an important aspect of serving others? Loving Savior, thank you for showing me how to be a servant. That's what they said. They're self-explanatory. It's all true. Helping others and like if you help the old lady, if you stopped your car and helped the old lady across the street and you complete it, you get this kind of it's not just a satisfaction, but there's and I think most people understand what I'm talking about. You get a feeling after that, which is kind of strange, okay? But the reason where I'm going to go with this, I have no quarrel with what was said here. This is all I think is correct. I'll speak for myself. The work that I do, family business, we deal with customers predominantly. We have other issues as well. We have repairs and stuff to do all the time. But so often, especially now, we get caught up with not wanting to be taken advantage of. People walking in, taking stuff, people going out without paying, all this kind of thing. Because now in California, at least, I'm sure it's happening some other place, but in California, it's almost impossible to commit a crime that will get you any kind of trouble whatsoever. So everyone's above the law doesn't count for them, it only accounts for you. And so people are stealing stuff all the time. Or doing petty theft, petty stupid, not wanting to pay for whatever you're selling or whatever the case is. I work at a golf course, you just walk on and tee it up. You got to go out there, hey, get the hell out of here. And so now you're constantly on the defense. Oh, is this going to take advantage of me? Or is this guy going to be like the other one that did it? And so you get this, it's resentment once again, or potential resentment. Oh, I have to put up with this again. Is this person going to take advantage of me? So you're constantly on defense, okay? That feeling of constantly being on defense, trying to protect yourself not to be taken advantage of, is not the same feeling you get when you help the old lady across the street. Okay? So what happens is that there's competing emotions. When we're not wanting to be taken advantage of, we may not be looking for the opportunities to help and serve others. And so it's very destructive, I think, spiritually. So in my case, that's why I have to get big on I'm still big on praying for everyone, praying for all these people that have to deal with at work and this kind of thing, because it gives me in that one moment, okay, don't go there. You know what that's about. That's not going to get you anywhere. And at the same token, not like we call it adult daycare. That's what we do. It's adult daycare. You got other people that aren't going to care for their adults, so we have to take care of them. Hopefully we're getting paid in the process. Not the best attitude, but it gets us by. But anyhow, if I'm taking the time to pray for these people, I don't get in that resentment loop which burns me up inside. It just makes me sick every day. So and at the same time, I'm exercising my faith. So what they said here about serving others is a beautiful thing. But in the world that we're living in now, I think it's hard to go there when you're constantly worried about being taken advantage of, either by your neighbor, your customer, the shop you go into, your government, whatever the case is. We're constantly on defense. We're constantly trying to protect ourselves. And it's hard to be in serve mode or see an opportunity to serve others when you're like that. Sad but true. Anyhow, hopefully that was useful. Love you. God bless.